So let's create some simple slides to begin with and then move towards more complex slides. So why don't we look at some slides that have been previously done in PowerPoint. I'll go to my Connecticut lecture in 2011 and let's go ahead and find a simple slide if we can. Here's a pretty simple slide, and this is easy to do in the collage. So we'll select the picture that I used for that, go on up to Publish. It places it on the canvas. Now I select it by simply clicking on it. First of all, the background is the wrong color if I want to duplicate that. So I would go up to Collage, set the background, and we're going to use a gradient. First color is blue. Second color maybe like that. That produces a gradient. Then we take this and we can position it. I'll resize it. Then I'll put some text in. So we come up to the RTF text and a word editor will come up allowing you to add text. It will remember the last font that you used and the size. So I believe the text on that was so that's the text that I want. I'll go ahead and add that. And I will position it here. And I'll want a little larger font. So I select the font, go up to size 40, maybe make it bold, and upgrade it. Then we notice there's a white border around this, and I don't really like the white border, so I will simply go in to remove borders. And now we're ready to publish. So I go down to the Save Publish, simply click it, and that will publish it. The collage is saved, and it will appear on the left. Let's go ahead and do another slide. If we go back to the image organizer and select, say, a Preop, as I use my scroll mouse, I scroll down the images, press Control, click the second one. It will place them on the collage in the order in which you select them. Go ahead and select Publish. Now your canvas comes up. Let's go ahead and select our template. I'll do a side by side. It automatically puts in the type for any kind of header that you want. Now let's review some of the functionality of what you can do with these images. First of all, when you click an image, you have the ability to position it and magnify it and move it around. For example, if I wanted this to be larger, I simply use my scroll button. Let's say I want to get rid of the clipped corners, and by pressing the Shift key, I can move it around. So let's say I want it to be full frame. I go over to the left one, do the same thing, position it just perfectly. And now I have them the right size and in the right position. I'm going to remove the borders. So I go up to Remove Borders, and I want to put the dates in of when these radiographs were taken. So I go up to Show Labels, and it automatically takes the date and puts it in the corner. And I'll go ahead and put in my text, and then I position it. So that's a simple slide generation of just a pre-op and a post-op. I'll go ahead and save that. And that is now saved as one of my collages. Now, if I want to bring up a previous collage that I've made, all I do is go over here and double click on it, and it will come up. And it will keep all of the formatting that you originally had, so you can change your slides if you need to. Now let's do a little more complicated slide. Suppose we want to actually give a little presentation about this case. So I'll select the pre-op. I'll select some of the retreatment pictures. Let's take a look at what that shows. All of them come up on the canvas. And now I apply my template. Let's use this template. And it puts it in automatically. Again, I don't particularly like these borders, so I remove the borders. Now I can magnify and position this a little better. Let's go ahead and put our dates in. There are the dates. And I can put some text in here or position this. If I do a snap to grid, I can take these pictures, snap them so they're lined up. I have to put the date back. That's a separate text object. And then I can put some text in here. Let's create some bullet points here. I'm going to reduce the size a little bit. So that comes up. I could simply move it down here and maybe add some bullet points. So I go into Edit Text, select it, select the color of the bullet points, and then resize it. And let's go ahead and publish that. So you can see we're trying to keep the generation of this presentation material fairly simple. Sometimes the simplest slide is actually the best one. We're trying to follow a lot of Marga's design ideas here because her slides are so well done, so simple, so clear. So hopefully as we refine this collage and make it even more functional, more and more of you will be using it.